some talented artists join us in studio. The young Rembrandts are here today. Do your kids love to draw and have a real eye for art? A class at Young Rembrandts may be exactly what they need. They join us next with all the details. Young Rembrandts is a unique experience where children can take specialized art classes and learn from being hands-on in the classroom. Here to tell us more is teacher trainer Annette Milligan. Can you introduce your little guests this morning too? These are Rembrandts with us today.
Yes, these are two of my rock stars. This is Layla and this is Elena.
Well, we really appreciate the ladies being here. Can you tell us a little bit about Young Rembrandts and you know, how you guys have been recognized in the community?
Well, Young Rembrandts is a well-known educational program. We've been around for over 30 years. We have over 100 franchises in the United States and all over the world. And this program uses a step-by-step demonstration to teach kids to draw, and they use shapes.
Okay. So do they have to be artistically inclined to have a class at Young Rembrandts at all?
Not at all. I mean, it helps, obviously, but anyone can be successful at this program. I tell all my students during the first class that we're all artists, but some of us have had more practice than others.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Just it's all about practice, because I always think people who are artistically inclined, you know, you're born with it, you can't learn it. But you're not. You're saying you can learn it, right?
No. Everyone is an artist.
I love that. And okay, so you know, the National Youth Art Month is a time to emphasize, you know, the value of having art in your life. Why is that?
Exactly. There have been numerous studies that have shown that children that have visual arts in the curriculum do better in the academic subjects. So that kind of translates into art equals better grades in math, history, science.
Interesting, because you use different parts of your brain. So we're teaching the child to kind of ignite both parts. You're doing the math and the science over here, you're doing the art over here.
Exactly.
That is wonderful. So if parents out there are like, you know, I think my child could really benefit from taking a class, how do they sign up?
We have a website, www.youngrembrandts.com. They can check to see which schools in their area have the program. We can also do homeschoolers. We allow them into our classes as well. The classes are all after school.
That's wonderful. So you're just at certain schools for a couple hours. How long is a class?
A class is about an hour and 10 minutes a week.
Okay. And that's probably a perfect amount of time for elementary students, right?
Yes.
That is about all you're going to get out of them. All right, so now these girls have been working so hard while we've been talking. What are they drawing for us today?
Well, they're doing, we always have a lesson set up. Young Rembrandts does not only art history lessons, but portraits, historical things, still lifes, all kinds of things. This particular one is Van Gogh's Sunflowers. Okay. So Vincent van Gogh was it's very recognizable post-impressionistic artist, and he always used bright colors. And so we thought that sunflowers would be the perfect tie-in for spring.
I think so too. All right, so kind of take me through what you would tell a child, a new one coming into class. You would give them a little art history lesson about Van Gogh. You'd say, this is the picture that we're trying to draw, and then where do we go from there?
All right, well, I'm going to have you do this.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing we do is we need guidelines on our paper. I'm just going to do this very quickly. Okay. You can do very light dotted lines, or you could actually fold your paper into quarters.
Okay, maybe I should do that.
Sometimes it's faster.
Okay. All right, I'm folding into quarters.
And one of the good things about Young Rembrandts is that we use the same art vocabulary that the kids get in their classes at schools. So it just reinforces those learning things. So
why do we quarter it? I'm sorry, I should ask, why do we quarter the paper?
Good question. We use the guidelines to help us know where to draw certain things.
Okay.
So in this one, the girls have already done this, but why don't you, right below the middle line, you're going to draw two sets of chevrons, very wide arrows.
Okay.
And the way that we do this is I will tell you what to draw, I will show you what to draw, and then I'll make sure that what you do is what we're trying to get to. All right?
I'll follow along.
So, chevrons start around the middle, and this is really tiny for what I usually do. We want the two edges, the two bump outs here to be about the same. And then at the bottom, we're going to put just a little curved line, like a smile.
Okay.
Excellent. Good job. All right. And then we're going to draw some parallel lines.
Okay.
Parallel lines are lines that follow each other but never touch.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do two smile lines right here where this bumps out.
Okay.
Just two little smile lines. Just like this.
Okay.
And then we're just going to continue these shapes with this. So just draw down, around, and up. And then on this side, you're just going to do up on each side. We're going to leave the top open.
Okay.
Very nice. All right, so now this is a stylized part of a Van Gogh drawing. So we're just going to draw 3 circles. One is going to be right here in the middle.
Okay.
So just a big circle. And then one on the left top quadrant and one on the right quadrant. And they don't have to be across from each other. You can make one bigger if you want to, one smaller.
Annette, that is all the time that we have for today. My drawing looks a little bit like a clown, but you're saying that eventually when we start adding all these shapes in, we're going to have art. Ladies, will you hold your pictures up to the camera? You'll end up with something beautiful like this. These girls have worked so hard on, so I want to thank you all for your time today. You're very talented, so we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with us. To enroll your kiddos in a class today or to simply get more information, head to youngrembrandts.com.